believe that that quote is valuable? How many of you believe that you have a valuable idea in your life? I believe everybody has a valuable idea that is worth sharing. And I believe that whatever is that idea, Toastmasters has a great platform accessible to share. Contests. There are multiple contests in Toastmasters. I believe in contests, in Toastmasters contests, because they are dynamic, very intensive, and different every single time. You will encounter speakers that they truly believe in what they are delivering, and they take it very seriously. What I'm going to share with you today, there are three things. I'm going to tell you about the type of contest that we have in Toastmasters. I will tell you about my personal experience, and I'm going to tell you about what I learned. So, there are four types of contests in Toastmasters. International is the inspirational contest, where everybody is sharing something that inspires the audience. Humorous, as its name, it has to do with something funny. It's a story, it's a message, but has this element of being funny. Evaluation is when you evaluate a speech, a contest for evaluation. And of course, the table topics is the contest where you have the chance today to do that contest in the table topic session in the improv speeches. Every contest has different levels. First, you start at the club level. If you win, you advance to the area level. The area means 4 to 6 clubs, they are standing in, they are best speakers. And if you advance to the next level, you find yourself at the national stage. The division. And you go further, you'll find yourself at the international stage. The district. The district means 9 countries are sending in their best for the ultimate contest. 3 out of 4 contests are stopping right there. That is the last round. One of them is moving on. The international speech has 2 other rounds, the semi-finals and the world championship, where out of 30,000 people, 30,000 speeches all around the globe, they are selecting 8 speeches to compete for one single title. This is my experience. I competed at all 4 of them, and I was lucky enough to be at the national stage at all 4 of them, and I was even more lucky to compete at the international stage at table topics and evaluations. What I learned, I'm going to share with you 3 things. It's always 3 things. First of all, what we're studying when it comes about the contest, how to prepare, and most importantly, what to truly care about. It's not about winning, it's about caring more. First of all, what to study. There are 2 things that really worth studying when it comes out to the contest. The contest ballot and the contest rulebook. There are 4 contests. Every single one of them has a different criteria and a different rules. It's very important because if you don't know the rules, you might miss out on the opportunity to win some extra points. This is how a ballot looks like. There are mainly three main typology of criteria. It's about the main message, it's about the delivery and the use of language. And we need a strategy. Why is it so important to study the ballot? Because if you don't build your entire speech around those criteria, the judges will have a hard time to give you points. And when you build your speech around every single criteria, you make it more easier for the judges to see, because they have only one single minute to evaluate your speech. How to prepare? The most important thing, prepare in advance. Not days, not weeks, but months in advance. And work with someone, with your mentor, with multiple mentors. But it's a teamwork, you cannot do it alone. Tips for the evaluation contest. Evaluate speeches on YouTube. Find the best speeches that there are out there, the world champion speeches. Record yourself while you evaluate and send it to your mentor or to the person that you're working with. Create a template. There is this lady, her name is Vanity Price. I believe she is one of the best evaluators that I saw, and she has a really powerful template that I personally used in my contest, so I recommend it to you. For the table topic session, for the table topic contest, I have two things to say. Prepare yourself for the improv speech. That means find a funny story, find a sad story, find an impactful story. Practice them. And practice every single day with a topic at random. Spoke with someone. Tell him, ask me, send me every single day a topic that I never seen before. Use this time to practice. Finally, let your mind to be used to be spontaneous. It's very, very important. And for the international and humorous speech, only one simple thing. Item. What does it mean? It means that if you have an idea, if you have a speech, come to the club, deliver it. Receive feedback, come back and deliver it again. After you did that, take the feedback, imply it, and deliver it to a different club. And do that at least 7, 8 times or even more. Because at the contest, you need to be crystal clear. And if you believe that you have a good speech without any other considerations, many of times I believe that, and it cost me dearly. And most importantly, the number one thing that I ever learned from the contest experience is don't try to win, but try to care more. What does it mean? It means that when I try to win, I make it all about myself. I make it that I wanted to win, I really don't care about whom I'm talking to. But when you try to think about your audience, whom are you talking to? There are Toastmasters. What valuable things you can offer them? What is the takeaway of your speech? Because if you don't have a takeaway, you don't have a speech. And here is what I learned, and now this is the Q&A session. If you have questions, I'm very happy to answer them. Yes?
What was the number one thing that helped you accelerate your speeches or recording speeches?
The iterations. I tried over and over again. It is very difficult to have a single message and do it in multiple times. Deliver the same speech over and over again. Can be very tiring, and on some point you don't feel like being fresh. You feel like something that you already said before and people knew what you're going to say. But I believe the more you iterate, the more you clarify in your mind, the more you internalize your message and the speech. Katarina.
When you bring a speech to a Toastmasters meeting, there's a small evaluation section. You get to learn from it. That's absent from contests. So how do you learn when giving speeches at a contest? What can you learn from it?
Can you repeat again?
So at a contest, you don't have no one gives you feedback.
Okay, yes.
how do you learn and how do you benefit from a contest itself?
Okay. So, first of all, there are no evaluations at the contest, but you have maybe your mentor, you have videotapes with your performance. And one of the things that was very difficult for me to accept and understand was that, I don't know how to say this, but in the beginning I felt like the judges are not right. I felt like on the top 3 positions there are always speeches that I believe don't deserve to be there. And when I truly understand that there is a difference between a speech that, okay, inspires me and a speech that is built for the contest. And to answer your question and trying to answer it, I believe the best feedback or the way you can learn from a contest is really trying to get in the place of the jury, trying to evaluate the speeches with the ballot, not with your personal opinion somehow. I don't know if I... Yes?
What was your best experience and why?
My best experience. I believe my best experience was the district level because I competed at 2 different contests. In the morning, it was the evaluation contest, and I froze. I froze on the stage. I finished my evaluation, but I froze. I lost it. After a few hours, I competed at the impromptu speeches, and I was extremely relaxed because I already felt like I don't have any more to lose. I humiliated myself in front of 200 people, and then I felt the freedom. I felt like something is going on, and in that moment, I felt extremely inspired, and I felt like finally something great is happening. That was the best. Done.
Are you able to truly express yourself in a speech, write a speech that speaks to you when you have to reverse engineer a speech based on some guidelines from the judges?
Okay.
Evaluation thing, card.
I believe there is multiple ways to look at this. How I personally look at this is, in the beginning, you feel like, well, contests are very, if you want to win, you need to respect the ballot, you need to build around the ballot. And you feel like, maybe this is not for me, I want to express myself in a different way, and so on and so forth. But something changed in me when I understand that it's not about the way you express it, it's about who you speak. I mean, it's like, I believe you can express everything, every single idea you can express it. Doesn't matter how the ballot looks like, doesn't matter what are the criteria. It's like saying, can you express your message in another language? If you truly learn very well that language, you can express everything. It's depending on you, on how well you master the language. I don't know if I answered your question. Julia?
Based on your last experience in contest, what is one thing that you want to keep and one thing that you want to change in your next contest?
Okay. The number one thing that I want to keep is, I believe in communication. I want my speeches to feel like that I'm talking to people. Because many of times I felt like in my previous contest that, yeah, I'm speaking to people, but I am in my mind. And I lost contact with people. I'm looking at the audience, but I am in a totally different place. And in the last contest, I felt like I was right there, I was talking to people, and I felt like connecting with the audience. This is something that I really want to keep and working on. And something that I would change is maybe my internal emotional management. It's really difficult for me on some point, I really don't know why. At some point I feel like I'm going to lose it. And it happened to me 2 or 3 times and I froze on national stage. On an international stage I froze. And I really love to work on that. I really love to take off the pressure because, like I said, it's not about winning, it's about getting more. Yes?
With this question, like how do you prepare yourself, psychically to, like get over with that freezing or like that awkwardness you can feel when you're talking in front of different people? How you can get rid of that awkwardness when you speak in front of the people, and how you prepare mentally for a national contest, for example?
Well, I believe the most important thing is to have a very clear message and don't change it like I did a night before the contest. I changed it and that cost me everything. Don't change it like 1 month before that. Change everything during that period of time, but after that, you have to let it go, let it sink in. And really, your mind is going to remember it, because if you don't change your mind, okay, we did that hundreds of times, perfectly fine. But if you're going to change something in your speech, like a week before, well, I don't know what's going to happen. Yes?
What was the time frame? How long did it take for you to go from the local contest to the national and the international?
It's just a few months, because the contests, every single year, there are two contests in the spring and 2 contests in the autumn. And they are organized in a few months. You will, if you are winning, you'll keep on winning. And the international event will hold all 4 of them. So yeah, in 1 year, basically, you can reach that level. Yes?
What do you think to be the best, the most useful thing to do when you happen to get stuck on stage, like you mentioned to do?
You love that, do you? The best thing is to find an anchor. To really, if it happened with me and I am expecting it to happen, or the tendency to happen is there, I work with myself and say, well, it will happen. I'm going to think about this. It's an emotional picture that I'm holding on. Maybe I'm thinking about myself being on the beach, really relaxed, while nobody's around, and I'm trying to focus on that to calm myself down. It's an anchor. I'm trying to focus on something because I believe the blocks and the freezing are happening because I want to win too much, or the pressure, I am the pressure. I am holding the pressure. And the second thing is breathing, a lot of breathing exercises. Try to speak on when you exhale, not when you inhale, because when you inhale, you tend to speak faster. But when you get out here and you speak on that, you will calm yourself. And look at your palms. When you look at your palms, it's very easy to calm down. It's very strange. Somebody told me as well, during presentation, when you look at your palms, it has a calming effect. This is why people are telling us to show your palms to the audience. Yes, wait.
How did it all start, and what was your motivation to start all of this?
Sorry, what was my motivation?
Yes, to start all of this. So to go to the contest.
Okay. My motivation was that I did not believe that it's possible. I am really old. I am in Toastmasters for like 7 years. I never competed for recently 2-3 years ago, and I felt like I cannot do it. I really felt like I cannot do it. And when I saw that I have my colleagues, my amazing colleagues, this amazing club, told me, George, you have something to say. I really felt like empowered, and I tried, and I win the local, I win the area, And when I saw myself at the national stage, wow, it's happening, it's crazy. I think this is the last question. I really wanted to thank you for your attention. See you next time. Thank you.